arrest after fighting one and probably on PCP. You need damn help.
All right, bro, you ain't got to do all that, bro.
Hey, hold up. You ain't got to beat him like that, bro.
An internal investigation is underway into an incident involving some Lawton police officers after this video went viral on social media this weekend. The officers involved are still on the job as the city of Lawton released a police report describing what two officers say happened Friday night when they arrested 32-year-old Jamal Porter. The police report has been filed by Officer Christopher Womack and Sergeant Andrew Foreman. They describe Porter as being sweaty and sweating profusely, breathing heavily while flexing his arm muscles, growling and yelling. At the time of the arrest, they believe Porter was on PCP. During the exchange with officers, Porter was put in a blood chokehold when officers said he wasn't following demands, and they could not tell if he possibly had a weapon. Now we turn to Shatanya Clark, who spoke to law enforcement and city officials about this arrest. Shatanya, please want to make sure that the people know the video online only shows a part of what happened that night, right?
That's right, Melanie. The 54-second video posted on Facebook only tells half the story, according to authorities. Now police, along with the city, have a similar goal: understanding all the facts surrounding the incident.
911, what's the address of the emergency?
There's a guy in the front yard calling everybody out, trying to kick stuff over in their yard.
Some moments after this 911 call was made Friday, Sergeant Andrew Foreman and Officer Christopher Womack were filmed on the ground struggling with Jamal Porter. Womack can be seen striking Porter in the video, which is causing an uproar in the community and across social media.
Probably on PCP. You need damn help.
All right, bro, you ain't got to do all that.
In a police report, Womack admits hitting Porter a total of 4 times in the face with a closed fist and 5 times with a hammer fist in the right side when he did not obey orders. Some Lawton City officials say they find the partial video circulating around social media alarming.
I want to know beyond any shadow of a doubt that that is the way they're trained. I'm not a law enforcement officer, but in that situation and with what the guy had done, if they were following their training.
Lawton Police Chief James Smith says while all situations are different, Lawton police officers are trained in the academy on how to handle arrests when someone is resisting and different techniques on how to handle a combative person.
Officers are always trained to use proper techniques to effect a lawful arrest.
And while Internal Affairs combs through the details of this arrest, the mayor says transparency is key. This explains the recent approval of the department's first body cams and dash cams for officers by the city councilors.
Our city council, our city, is united in the fact that we be more transparent and more accountable. And the city employees, including the police department, have stepped up to the plate to hold themselves to a higher accountability.
Mayor Booker says it is unfortunate that this incident took place before the complete installment of the cameras. But Smith agrees that these cameras will be beneficial for both officers and residents alike.
It is a very good tool in helping us do our job.
Smith, Booker, and Davis assure residents that it is their duty to ensure that all residents are safe and the incident will be thoroughly investigated. After Porter was arrested, Sergeant Andrew Foreman says he approached a crowd of onlookers and told them to get back. When someone mentioned he had recorded the entire thing on his cell phone, not the video that we showed you, Foreman said he confiscated that cell phone as evidence. Once the video was retrieved by authorities, the phone was returned. Again, now the video that you saw earlier is not the full video, and no word if law enforcement plan to release that second video.
Interesting. Okay, Shatanya, thank you so much. Now,